Respect, not your genuine love, respect page. I truly appreciate your time. To the genuine ones only. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hey, you hate in disguise. Do yourself a favor. You're making yourself more miserable just coming over here checking for me, and I ain't checking for you at the end of the day. Do yourself a favor with that negative energy. It's not tolerated over here. Return back to sender at the end of the day. Respectfully, save all that weird energy for your mama. Thank you kindly. Respectfully. Like, it's the thought process for me. No, for real, for real. It's the thought process for me. What the fuck is wrong with people? Like, for real, what is wrong with people? What's wrong with people? Like, make it make sense. Ma'am, sir, listen, this page is not for everybody, and that's okay. Like, it's not a crime to be a person to have freedom of speech. It's not a crime, regardless to your sexual orientation, the color of your skin, your disability, if you're elderly, your culture, it don't matter. You're entitled to freedom of speech. So like I said, this page is not for everybody. It's very disturbing to see that I'm gonna just say it like this. I'm far from racist. I'm far from racist. And the people in the back, we're far from racist. Respectfully. To the genuine ones that's in the back, we far from racist. Respectfully. But it's kind of funny how somebody from a different culture, regardless to if we all walked a different walk of life at the end of the day, but dealt with slavery, regardless to our colors, our skin at the end of the day, and for you to sit here and make a joke about our ancestors at the end of the day, I really feel like it's really disturbing, and you're only laughing in your own face, respectfully, because the joke is really on you at the end of the day, and I say that respectfully. You know, they say never judge a book by its cover, but it's kind of funny how people stereotype a certain group at the end of the day. That is so powerful. That's so powerful. And you try to psych us out of our thought process at the end of the day. We far from stupid. Respectfully. And we understand the definition of freedom of speech. Respectfully. We don't want no problems. Respectfully. We would never sit here and disrespect your people in a way where it's people looking at us like, why are we doing that for? Why are we below-ing the next culture for? Why are we below-ing our people for? For what? We don't get nothing out of it. It's not benefiting us at the end of the day. So while y'all sitting back laughing at us at the end of the day, yeah, we over here elevating. And that's why y'all intimidated by us. That's why y'all threatened by our energy. Understandable. At the end of the day, everybody walk of life is different. Respectfully. But it's called respect at the end of the day. Something that you ain't used to. And that's okay. But one day you're going to understand the definition of what respect looks like. Regardless to who's sitting right there in charge, regardless to who's sitting right there in charge, regardless to who's sitting right there in charge, regardless to who's sitting right there in charge. Because at the end of the day, respectfully, I said what I said and I meant what I said. It's something that we believe in, that you discredit us for and you laugh at us for because of something that we believe in. That is so powerful than you. But we about to make ourselves a believer. We've been believers. If we haven't, we wouldn't be standing this strong. It's not a threat. Respectfully, it's not a threat. Never will be a threat. You know, to promote hate crime, and you the ones that are displaying it, and you are the ones who fed this to us and allow us to see that this is okay, this is acceptable. This is unacceptable. You brainwashed a lot of people. You did. You allowed people to believe they were unworthy of themselves. You allowed people to believe that self-awareness didn't matter. You allowed people to believe that being poor was the only option. You allowed people to believe it's okay to go against each other. You allow people to believe that there's no such thing as peace. You allow people to believe there's no such thing as freedom. All because of your system. You try to psych people out their thought process at the end of the day. Fear don't live in our blood. Respectfully. We are not animals. Respectfully. We are humans. Understandable, everybody's not on the same vibrational level. And that's okay. That is okay. And this is bigger than just a certain group. Because all lives matter. Nobody should be discriminated against. Nobody. Regardless to whatever culture you come from. Whatever color you are. It don't matter. It shouldn't be a reason why we are looking at everybody like enemies right now. It should be no reason why. It should be no reason why people are divided. Why a person can't show up to work and be them authentic self and respect the next person without somebody saying racial profiling the next person. For what? Why discrimination called for? And then y'all try to psych somebody their thought process at the end of the day when it's clear as day. This is y'all norm. This is y'all norm. We not disrespecting y'all. No shape and form. Understandable. That's something that you believe in, right? It's real disturbing to see how people work so hard for what they genuinely believe in, regardless of their culture, their skin, regardless of whatever culture or their skin tone, it don't matter, or their age. Respect is respect. Somebody works hard to buy property, to have a foundation for their family, to leave a legacy for their family. And then you got people who are intimidated, who are threatened by an innocent person that's not bothering nobody besides minding their business. And y'all so threatened by that person because they're established. And you try to take their property from them. Not only did you try to take their property from them, but they own that property. You try to take their animals too. And they own that too. Why are you so intimidated for? Why are you so intimidated for? Respectfully. Ain't nobody bothering y'all. We not disturbing the peace, respectfully. We know how to be at peace with ourselves. And we know how to respect others, respectfully. Leave innocent people alone within your process. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's disturbing. Respectfully. Oh, I forgot. I heard you guys don't have feelings. But then again, that's a lie. That's a lie. Because you do have feelings. Just like any other human being. You do have emotions in you. You know, it's more disturbing to you have to pick and choose when to play the racial card. You could be around your friends, or you're one way with your friends and then you're another way with a different set of group of people. And then you play that person close. You play them real close just to hurt them. Why did you do such a thing? Why did you do such a thing, ma'am, sir? A lot of untold stories, huh? Oh yeah, we know. We know. We know. We know. People always like pointing the finger at one certain culture or another culture. Lock them up, lock them up, lock them up, lock them up, lock them up. Why y'all so threatened? Why y'all so threatened? Why? Innocent people, a lot of innocent people. A lot of innocent people. Respectfully. That young lady was minding her business. That young lady was minding her business. And you played her like you was her friend. And the whole time you was playing the discrimination card. Because you had a mask on. You portrayed her. She was kind to you. She respected you. She didn't have malicious intentions to bring harm towards you. Respectfully. But you sized her up. You realized, wow, she ain't got no family. She don't got nobody. Nobody gonna come looking for her. Or nobody gonna come looking for him. Ain't nobody gonna come looking for them. You played them that close to find out who they dealing with, how close they are with their family members, all types of weird shit you did. Damn. Never judge a book by its cover. They could be a judge, a lawyer, police officer, your pastor. All these popular high quality jobs. And the enemy always attacks the innocent person. But being that the high quality person has these jobs, they're able to cover up their crimes. Wow. And us, the people, can't help that person or defend that person. Because it's a system. The system will go against the people trying to defend and protect that person's identity. They will go against the people. And y'all say protect, right? Protect what? What are we protecting? What are we protecting? What are we protecting? Respectfully. No disrespect. It's funny how these people could get away with all these crimes, regardless of whatever color their skin it is, or whatever culture it is at the end of the day. It don't matter. when they have high position jobs, they can get away with crimes. They can get away with crimes. Crimes that they've been sitting on for years. Untold stories. Wow. Yeah, you did it. We know you did it. Respectfully. But you think we don't know, though. That's the problem with people in high positions at the end of the day. They think people stupid. We don't know nothing. We don't know no better. You're only sucking your own self out of your own thought process by doing that. Respectfully. We don't want no problems. We just want respect and what's right. It's just that simple. It's not difficult at all. We're not racist against no culture at the end of the day. But respect is respect, and justice needs to be served to all the right people. Respectfully, justice needs to be served to all the right people. Respectfully. That goes for hate crimes. That goes for domestic violence. That goes for any crime when you brought malicious intentions to bring harm towards an innocent person who didn't have malicious intentions to bring harm towards you. Justice needs to be served. Justice needs to be served. Justice needs to be served. Respectfully. Respectfully. They say all lives matter. How so? How so? When you sitting there planning against us, how all lives matter if you're sitting here planning against us? You tell people to come vote for you. You tell people to come vote for you to be against the people. Against the people. You come show your face to the community for 5-10 minutes, say a quick little speech, and think people are supposed to agree with you. And they do, because they don't have no other choice. They think they don't have another choice, but they do, only if you knew. They do. It's time for change, don't you think? At the end of the day, election time is around the corner. Before you know it. And at the end of the day, remember, your vote counts. Hello? And what are you really voting for? Y'all not asking these people, what are we voting for? We voting for you to sit in a chair. But what are you doing? All you're doing is going against us. So you're voting for somebody to go against you. Ma'am, sir, you don't think that's a problem? It went from one person to the next person, from one person to the next person, right? But at the end of the day, they're going against you. Evidently, you forgot your voice matters. So listen to this, right? Before you fill out your little boat, whatever, right? It's a thought process before you actually sign something off. To put the pen down, leave the paper where it's at, and walk away. Are you getting what you deserve? Respectfully, no disrespect. You're voting for them to go against you. Why are you voting for somebody to go against you? And for you to be under distress. You might as well be under distress if you don't vote. Hello, make it make sense. What can they possibly do? Now they got fake votes. Now they got fake votes. How was your vote counted for at the end of the day if you didn't vote? How was your vote counted for if you didn't vote? How was your how was your vote counted for if you did not vote? Make it make sense, ma'am, sir. Hello. Be careful who you voting for. That's like saying be careful who you allow in your energy. Because not everybody's deserving of your time. Why would you want somebody to sit here and play in your face? Respectfully, you're not a child. You're not a child. You're not a child. You're not a child. Respectfully, you're free. Are you really free? Wow. It's the mindset for me. No disrespect. But that's what happens when our norm became our norm, and our norm shouldn't be our norm. It shouldn't be no reason why you can't reach out to the people that's supposed to protect and help you at the end of the day, and reach out to them and tell them that you need help right now today. It should be no reason why. No reason why at all. You should be able to reach out to these people and say, hey, how you doing? I need help today. But they're overlooking you. They already overlooked you. You're not even a thought process anymore. They saying you are, but you're really not at the end of the day. Because if you was, would things be going the way it is right now? It's not hard to think about. Respectfully. No disrespect. But we gotta fight for what's right. We don't want drama. We don't want riots. We don't want none of that. We want peace. And we want what we deserve. And that's genuine respect. It's respect. Respect, 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 respect. And justice for those who can't tell their stories. Respectfully. Justice for those who cannot tell their stories. Justice for those who cannot tell their stories. Justice for those who cannot tell their stories. Respectfully. Just because someone gave up on you, don't give up on yourself. Just because someone overlooked you, don't give up on yourself. Never allow someone to suck out of your thought process because you genuinely love yourself and they are hate in disguise. Respectfully. Never allow someone to psych you out of your freedom because you genuinely love yourself in a healthy way because they're miserable. Respectfully. Never allow someone to psych you out of your thought process because you genuinely love yourself in a healthy way because they're miserable. Loving yourself is not a crime. Loving yourself is not a crime. Loving yourself is not a crime. Acknowledging what your self-value is not a crime. Knowing your self-worth is not a crime. Having patience within your process of showing up for yourself in a healthy way, acknowledging healthy balance within yourself, understand at the end of the day, being patient with yourself, it's not easy. It's not. But don't get it twisted. Don't allow nobody to play with your intelligence either. Respectfully. Never allow someone to psych you out of your thought process and allow you to believe when you start your healing process, it would never be an overnight process. It would never be an overnight process. Respectfully. It would never be an overnight process. Never. Never. Be patient with yourself. Be kind to yourself. It's okay to say I love myself today. It's okay to acknowledge yourself and say, hey, I have not been showing self-love to myself. I don't know what it means to show myself self-love. It's okay to acknowledge that. It's okay to say I disrespected myself and didn't have self-awareness within myself to know that I disrespected myself. It's okay to say I didn't know my self-worth. It's okay to say that. But I'm willing to show up for myself today. Or when you're ready. It's never on their timing when it comes to your healing. Respectfully. And never allow someone to force you to start something, especially when it comes to your healing, to start it when you're not mentally ready. Because you have to be mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually ready. respectfully, and genuinely show up for yourself. Not out here trying to fake it to fit in. No, we ain't talking about that. That shit for the birds. Respectfully. But to genuinely show up for yourself. Because you are worthy. You matter. You do. You do. Like, you really do. You at the end of the day, you didn't, time just didn't just go by for no reason. Time went by for you to understand. It was a process within a process of understanding your process. How you are going to show up to the world today. How are you willing to take back control into your life? Like, what am I going to pour into myself to show up for myself to say, you know what? I'm ready to elevate in a healthy way. I'm really willing to understand what self-peace looks like. I want self-peace within my process. I want self-peace. I want to identify, you know what? Wow. Ain't nothing like self-love. Different type of a different type of fresh air when you breathe. Respectfully. Something that you've been crying for, begging for. It was installed within you this whole entire time. But you overlooked it because you was entertaining all the wrong people. But being that you was entertaining all the wrong people, those people were a blessing in disguise at the end of the day. Respectfully, they really was. Because they allowed you to see, you know what? Reevaluate your thought process, ma'am, sir. What you just been through. What have you been through that affected you today, that allows you to feel unworthy of yourself? What affected you today to allow you to feel you're broken inside? Or what hurt you today to allow you to feel like, damn, I don't have any feeling within my heart? Or what brought you here today, like this fall, to reevaluate yourself and be like, I waited this long to acknowledge myself in a healthy way. All those days I kept saying, I'm going to be better for myself. I kept saying it and kept saying it. I'm going to do better for myself. I'm going to do better for myself. I'm going to do better. I'm going to do better today. I'm going to do better this week. I'm going to do better this month. I'm going to do better this year. I'm going to do better. I'm going to do better. I'm going to do better. And all we kept doing was repeating the same cycle as to not allowing yourself to show up for yourself in a healthy way. Not genuinely getting in tune with yourself in a healthy way. And that's okay. It's not a crime. It's not. It's not. But when you start your healing process, you can't have excuses to why you can't show up for your healing process. You can't have excuses. Because if you feel like you're going to have excuses, it's not going to work out in your favor. If you feel like you're starting something within your healing process and then you stop, it's not going to work out in your favor the way you expecting it to work out. Because you're going to have days where you're going to have clashes. Your days is going to clash. And you're going to have to redo it all over again. You got to do the process all over again. Because when it starts with your healing process, respectfully, it's like crawling before you start walking all over again. Because you're relearning yourself. You're relearning yourself. Respectfully. You're relearning yourself. And you understand, okay, wow, I gotta relearn how to walk. So if I'm taking patience to understand I gotta relearn how to walk, I'm acknowledging I'm willing to genuinely show up for myself today in a healthy way, with no excuses, because you're willing to honor yourself in a healthy way. You don't need somebody to show you how to heal. You just need genuine, good people with no malicious intentions around you and no hating ass energy around you to uplift your energy. respectfully. Because if you got hating ass people around you, or you got people discouraging you while you trying to elevate, it would never make sense in your book. It would never. You would never be able to go to the next page, because your energy level is going to be so low vibrational, it would never make sense in your book. And sometimes you may have a low vibrational energy near you and you don't even know it. So be careful of the company you keep. Protect your energy respectfully. Protect your energy, protect your energy. Love yourself, love yourself. Love yourself, love yourself. Now your genuine love, respect. I truly appreciate your time. We gotta do what's right. We have to do what's right. Our freedom matters. We have to do what's right. Respect your neighbor. It's not a crime to respect your neighbor. It's not a crime. It's not a crime. Especially when you don't have malicious intentions to bring harm towards yourself or others around you. Respect your neighbor. Respect. Now you're genuine love, respect. I appreciate your time.